Okay. We should be live on YouTube as well. Hopefully. Okay. Well, I believe we are. Okay. We should be live on YouTube as well. Yeah. Hang on. Hopefully. Okay. Well, I believe we are. Okay. We should be live on YouTube as well. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Martina. Yeah, I had to actually go into YouTube and mute myself because I was getting the feedback. Okay. Woo! What a way to start the day. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. October 21st. Let us check out the markets. I was kind of excited this morning when I saw that the markets were selling off some. And especially AMD here, because I have this green line down here as a buy order that I've been waiting for. And when I first saw this move down, I was like, oh, awesome. I'll get filled today. And then right back to where it was previously. So anyway, all right, let's take a look at let us start off. Let's look at the S&P and then we'll find some tickers to take a look at. So I think everyone could agree that we definitely were selling off here, right? Lower lows, lower highs, but then boom, we get this bounce, and now we are back up into here. So I'm going to be, I am looking for, and here's the daily chart over here. Like I am looking for some type of a pullback. I want to see a pullback. I mean, look how far away we are from the 50 right now. This candle from the 17th. That was obviously a very big bullish candle at one point and then sold off. And then we're inside day. Um, I've got several orders sitting out there for tickers that I want to get filled on. So I am anxious to see some type of a pullback. I don't want to see a huge sell off, but if we could get back down to the 50 or just, down in here somewhere, that would be great. Just, we're just keep pushing higher. But anyway, right now, it had been looking a little more bearish than bullish. And then we got this bounce and now we're pushing higher, but we'll keep an eye on S&P between now and 9:30 and we'll wait and see if this can roll over or if this is just going to start, pushing higher again. Right now, we're looking like we have a little bit of a sell-off, but just remember, right? We're still inside this candle. So just be prepared for some chop, right? Yeah, Albert, I saw a coin. I will take a look at BABA as well. Let me make some notes here. Yeah, I did see coin. It's interesting. Well, when we take a look at coin, I'll give you. I had thought coin was going to go even lower than it did, and then boom, it bounced and just crazy bounce. All right, let's look at the Nasdaq. All right, similar look, right? So we've got exactly the same situation. This candle from the 17th, that was at one time a big bullish candle, sold off, a lot of selling pressure here, this long upper wick, inside day. So, and over here on the 3-minute, this is a 3-minute chart, same thing, right? We were making a series of lower lows, lower highs with the Nasdaq, and now we bounced, and now we're pushing up higher. We'll wait and see how this level right now, how this holds, right? So if you look over here on the 3-minute chart, and I'm going to go to a 5-minute real quick. Actually, let's go 15. Let's do that. So right now, as I'm watching the volume profile here, right? So this node right here that extends out pretty far. Right? That's where this candle came down to before, held, and then looked like it was going to bounce and then just rolled right over. So pretty pretty good level right now to see what is going to happen in terms of, are we going to push higher? Are we going to go lower? I mean, it's pushing higher right now, but this candle hasn't closed, right? It's a 15-minute candle. We go back down into the 5. Again, here's that node that I was looking at. It's quite a bit bigger on the 15-minute chart, but this is a pretty important level right now, right? Because this is this level, right? Previous support, and then it broke, and then we rolled over, and now we're right back into it. So be interesting to see if this can push higher, or if this is going to be the area where it gets rejected. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yep, Georgia, we would definitely take a look at Tesla, all the usual suspects. We're going to take a look at Tesla. We'll look at AMD, Nvidia, Shopify. And then I've got my scanner here from Interactive Brokers that I use, that I'll pull up. Actually, I'll just drag this right into the middle of the screen right now. Can everyone I just pulled that over. Can everyone see that? My pre-market scanner? Okay, yeah. So anyway, I'm looking at this right now. I've been watching this, the pre-market scan. I don't really see a whole lot. Like, I went through this, Boeing. There's some news on Boeing. They may have the strike settled. Elf Beauty. There's some stuff that we can look at. But overall, like, I didn't really see any great crazy gaps. But we will take a look. Let me move this off to the side real quick, and let's just take a look at some of those ones that I mentioned. I don't know. So this company is Zetta. I don't know anything about this, but it's got a decent ATR. It is like right here was the 50, right? So here was the 50 on the daily, and we are, if I drop a line in here, right, you can see we're pretty far below that right now, right? So and currently it's down 6%, which is a little higher. Like, I usually like to see like 4% pre-market, but it's could be a decent retest gap, because we are gapping below this 50 right here. And then look, you've got a lot of room here to go until the 100. So could be an interesting one. I'm going to put that on the list just to keep an eye on it. Again, I don't know anything about the company, but that's okay. I looked over, it's got good ATR. The volume is pretty decent. So retest gap there that we'll keep an eye on. All right, what else had caught my eye? Not a lot. Oh, Coin, we already talked about that, but let's go to check it out now. All right, so Coin, this was, I truly thought, and I was clearly wrong. When it made this move down here, came up and came back down, we got this big candle here, I thought we were going lower. So I was holding out because I wanted Coin to get down into here, and then look to buy, and then of course, boom, nice move. All right, look at these candles, and look at the volume on it. Really nice, strong move out of here. So today, what are we looking at? Well, right now we are inside, right? So we're about 215. So you do have an inside day here on Coin. Just keep that in mind, right? At one point we had broken the high, and it was looking like it was going to be a retest gap. Now we are looking at trading inside of Friday's price action. So just be aware of that, Albert, because again, inside days represent chop. I've got it on my list. We'll keep an eye on it. But if it opens inside today's price action, like, I've got a couple of these lines here, which are support resistance areas. So just, be aware that there is, like, right here, 212.5, right? I've got a line there. That was a daily support resistance line, which is just under where current price action is now. So, but again, inside day. So I would be cautious with trading coin unless it does break and pick a direction, high or low. Take a look at Baba. All right, so Baba, we looking like we could get a gap down. Now, keep in mind, right? Baba gaps all the time. So the gaps on Baba are not scary. Like people expect them, they don't get freaked out by them. It is just one of those things where it is, it's a normal occurrence. So it's not like when you get a gap, people are freaking out. Plus, if this is all some bearish selling here, right? So you're going to get a gap down potentially here, and it looks like could let's see. Yes, Martina, we'll definitely take a look at Amazon as well. Let's just see. Current price action, probably about 100. Yeah, so we're inside this candle right here, right? So we're gapping somewhere down into here. So again, it's a retest gap, and because this does gap all the time, right? It's not freaking people out, but it's on my list. We'll keep an eye on it. It definitely would because it's breaking the low of, if it opens down here, it's breaking yesterday's or Friday's level. So that would be in play right away if you're looking to do the 10 EMA, right? Take a look at Amazon. And again, you have to excuse all my line. This is, like I said, I've got orders sitting out there for a bunch of things that just have not triggered, right? I was getting too aggressive with my fibs, trying to get, buy as low as can be. And then of course, things are hitting the 50% retracement and bouncing when I'm trying to get it down to 61.8. But that is life. All right. So Friday, bullish candle. We've got some upper wicks here. Looks like we are trading inside yesterday's or Friday's candle. So right now, inside day. So again, be careful, right? So inside day is going to represent chop. So you want to be sure, especially if you're trading that 10 EMA strategy, right? You want to make sure that there is some momentum behind the move, right? If it's just choppy, if it's going sideways, don't try to trade that strategy because it doesn't work, right? So inside day on Amazon. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right, so Tesla looks like we are breaking lower. So I've got I entered Tesla here back in here when it was off the 100, right? But which is fine because we have, and by the way, just earnings are coming up in 2 days. But I got into Tesla right here off the 100. It is right down sitting on top of my entry right now, which is fine because if it goes lower, I'm just gonna I'm trying to build a position. So if it goes lower, it goes lower. I'm okay with that. But it is right now looking against getting potentially some type of a gap down here, right? Now, again, keep in mind, bearish candle Friday, retest gap, right? So it's the gaps down into here. You also have to pay attention to look at all these candles, right? Go back to here on the 15th. Inside day, inside day, inside day. Right? All these inside days. So let's wait and see where Tesla opens, right? We'll keep an eye on it. Be interesting to see where it opens in relationship to this candle, right? When this candle is basically down here on this green line. So we'll keep an eye on that. But would be a retest gap if it does open down here closer to this green line that I have in. That was my entry when I got in. AMD we already kind of looked at, but I was really hoping to get a move lower on AMD. Pushing back up into the pre-market. Man, when I saw that, I got excited because I thought maybe finally I'll get filled. So my entry right now on AMD is right down here. I've got an order sitting out there, a limit buy at 152.5. Basically what I'm looking for, what I'm hoping for is just for price to come down, push lower, give me a long lower wick and hit my entry and then come back up. Here's the 50 on the daily, so I'm kind of using that as well. And if I have to move my entry up, because so right now the 50 is, and it's been moving up. I've had this order sitting out there for quite some time. As the 50 moves up here, right, my order gets farther away. So I was really hoping that the 50 here on the daily was going to act like some type of a magnet and pull price down, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get filled. Maybe I'll get filled on this today. All right, let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia just so strong. Again, I whiffed on an opportunity down here to get in. I was looking for it to come. I thought it was going to get down here and test this trend line again. Too aggressive with my entries, and then boom, off it went. But I'm just going to be patient, wait for it to pull back. So right now we're looking at an inside day, right? So Nvidia, back to the candle on the 17th here. We had this candle here, got rejected right up here as it made the high, sold off inside day, Friday, and now we're looking at trading inside here. So just be aware, right? Inside days, I've already said it a bunch of times, be cautious. Shop City. Shopify. I like that little sell-off here, Shopify. Shopify is another one I'm trying to get. Now, Shopify, this could be interesting. So, green candle Friday, and we potentially could gap down. So it would be a gap and go. The question is, right? So, yeah, if we open below, let's see, where's price right now? Like 82, something like that. If we open below here, right, you go, okay, well, yes, technically it is a gap and go because we had a bullish candle on Friday and it's gapping down. But are people panicking? Are people going to be freaking out? And the answer is no, right? Because look at all this buying pressure here, these long lower wicks, right? If we gap below here, we're not gapping below pivot. Now, if we were gapping below this pivot, then a lot of people, who were going bullish through here, right, for gapping would get trapped, right? But anybody who bought here, yeah, they're not going to be happy about a small gap down, but we're still in this price range here. So nobody's going to be really freaking out about Shopify, but we will keep an eye on that. And again, this is volume here is really light, right? I mean, if we look at this, there's just, minor postings. It's really not, there's not a lot of volume here. There's not enough volume here for me to really get excited about. Okay, he's talking about. All right. All right. Nice little, could be a nice retest guy. How much is, so the only thing, okay. So first thing that jumps out at me, yes, I see this. It's going to be looking like a nice, retest gap, right? You got a bullish candle Friday. Sorry, hang on. Bullish candle Friday, looking like we're gapping up. 781. We will be gapping 762. Yeah, so we'll be gapping up in here. Could be interesting, right? You would get these bearish traders caught. Question is, what percentage is that gap right now? Jay, do you know? It's not on my scanner, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not on my scanner because it's only got an ATR of 40 cents. So not something I would even consider trading because it doesn't meet my trading plan, right? So it's way too low of a average true range for me to even consider trading it. But go ahead, trade your plan. I see that. Okay, so there's a news catalyst with Meta, which is great, but yeah, I don't even see it doesn't show up on my scanner because it's the ATR is too low. But I am curious, like, I mean, what's that gap right now? Right, the percentage. That's the other thing. Consider the percentage. People are going to be uh, right here. It's the profitable, right? They could just easily just start taking profit. But Jay, if you're gonna trade it, keep an eye on it. Keep us posted, okay? Um, Apple. So Apple's another one I've been trying to get a position on. Again, I had wanted to get down here to the 100. Did not happen. So I was waiting for it to get to the 100 to buy. Didn't happen. Nice, nice shooting star-ish candle here. High, long upper wick, right? But then when we get gap up, gap up. So now, bearish candle Friday, looking to gap down, potentially. Right now, it looks like price action is like kind of just right around the low of this candle. But again, remember, right? Just because you're getting a gap doesn't mean that people are going to be freaking out, right? It's a it gapping down would be a retest cap, first of all, but also like people are not freaking out because it's still the gap is still within this price range. It's not clearing any type of a significant pivot or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, MU, that was the one I wanted to check. Let's go MU. MU, another one. I've got this order sitting out here for quite some time. Just cannot get filled. Like I'm clearly being too aggressive with trying to get down to the 61.8 because all of these that I'm looking at talking about, they all came down to the 50% retracement and bounced. And here I was trying to get my order in down here, filled on the 61.8. So just maybe I'll have to start adjusting and just go for the 50% retracement as opposed to 61.8. Maybe I'm just being too greedy, too aggressive on my entries, I guess, because I mean that would have been sweet, right? If I had gotten this in here at the 50% retracement, instead of waiting for the 61.8, I mean I could have rode this up from 99 up to basically 115, close to that. Would have been nice. I'm just looking at my scanner to see if there's anything else. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at Lulu. I'm curious. I haven't looked at Lulu. I have a small position on Lulu. Right. So nothing really out of the ordinary with Lulu, other than I remember talking about way back in here saying I thought Lulu was a good buy, right? It's down when it was down in here. I was saying that Lulu was good buy. I got in, I've been adding little by little to Lulu. Okay. Thanks, Martina. Let me see. See if I can pull those up. Unless Martina, you want to do me a favor? Can you throw them in the chat for me? Thank you. Appreciate the help. Yeah, I'm on my laptop setup. I'm up at the cottage up in Canada, getting ready to close it up for the winter. All right, that's my what do we have? So what I can tell you about this immediately is very light pre-market, right? Not seeing really anything pre-market that would make me think that there was going to be any kind of a significant move, right? Really light. So some decent selling on these days here, right? These upper wicks. Uh, it's looking like it's going to open inside. I mean, that's my guess, right? I mean, price action right now is appreciate that.
Market data connection
Brian's a
lost.
great guy. So anyway, looking at some type of a inside day right now, right? And again, volume very light here. Just keep that in mind.
Trading connection re-established. Market data connection re-established.
All right. And then here, tell, right? Decent ATR, volume is good, but there is nothing pre-market, right? We don't have anything pre-market. Now, that doesn't mean it's not tradable. Of course it is. But we just don't have anything to go off of pre-market. But it is, we look here, it struggling with 100 here. So around 149, that 100 is at 149.25. So 149.25 clearly is this level that is holding it back. It got rejected here. It got rejected here. Anyway, again, I don't really, there's nothing to go off of pre-market wise with it, but it needs to get above, it needs to get above and hold above that 100 here on the daily. All right, I'm going to have to say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. We got the market ready to open any moment now. Appreciate you all being with me, and come on over to reallifetrading.com. Hey, exciting thing happened actually. Let me mention this to everybody on YouTube. So starting November 1st, and I'm clearly going to, my announcement here is going to run into the market open, but that's okay. So starting November 1st, if you don't already have a real life trading account, you can create a real life trading account, and everybody is going to have free access. We're creating a Slack channel for beginner traders. So a free Slack channel that's going to be open to anybody. So you don't have to be a subscriber. As long as you create an account at reallifetrading.com, it will be on your dashboard. You will have full Slack access to one of our channels that is going to be for anybody. So whether you are a real life trading member or not, you are going to have full access to that. So I would encourage you, come on over, create an account. Like I said, November 1st, we're going to be rolling that out. All right. I got to get out of the live. Give me a second, everyone. All right. Stopping live stream. Okay. Thanks everyone out there on YouTube. Come join us November 1st. Like I said, sign up. You'll have free access to one.